What is up, my sweet little baby boys? We are reading some more ReZero, Arc 4, Chapter 9, The Graveyard. Hopefully learning a little bit more about Echidna, the witch, and getting some explanations from Roswaal. Let's hope so. Anyway, let's get into it. His wounds weren't inflicted by anyone? The hell does that mean? So was it some sort of the barrier trying to get out caused those wounds? But those don't seem like wounds. Again, it's not like a magic thing of my magic is drained. They are physical wounds on you. And in very weird places like your eye. So it's like, I imagine if you're trying to go through a barrier, it would take out both eyes, not just one. Unless you're trying to go in like through just the left side or something. Like, how does that work? How do you have that many physical wounds from that? Oh boy. The fucking just absolute roundabout way that Roswaal goes about speaking of anything is infuriating. But okay, strictly speaking, one can't say that they're unrelated. The people of Sanctuary having to do with his injuries, they're not unrelated, but they're not the direct cause. Okay, they're indirectly related, of course. How? Can we get an explanation, please? Why is Amelia looking at Roswaal like, oh, well, Ram doesn't have healing magic. You must have it, right, Roswaal? I know you've been sitting here injured this whole time, but you must have it, right? Clearly, you would have the healing magic and not use it on yourself for some reason. But no, he's only specialized in destruction magic, which makes a lot of sense from what we've seen him so far, except for maybe like the flying and stuff. Well, apparently Super is kind of the same way. Whenever he played some RPGs and deciding his character, he always used offensive type stuff, which kind of sucks for him now that he's actually in a scenario like that because he's got zero offensive abilities. He really should learn. So like he started training with a sword at one point, but kind of gave up once he realized that he wasn't actually doing it to do it. He was just doing it to put up a front. But you should at some point like learn. So I'm not sure if a sword suits him at all. But you should get something. Okay, what is a weapon that would suit Subaru? Or like something that would probably work in conjunction with his magic. I feel like he's more of a trap type character. Like if he had some cattle traps or something. I feel like if he had just like a messenger bag with some shit in it. I guess I'm just turning him into Usopp now. But like, I feel like Subaru would work very well with small traps. I don't know, cattle traps might be too weak for anything, but like a bear trap would be too big to carry around. Maybe just some like rope in general or something. Because that's like multifaceted. I can't really think of anything that's like. I don't know. I don't know why I'm looking around my room, but like I can't think of anything that like would fit him other than like maybe some rope or something. Again, maybe cattle traps, but that's the only thing that comes to mind. There isn't many weapons that just immediately suit him. Maybe just like a shield. A shield, I don't know if a shield would actually help because a lot of what he goes up against can easily cut through a shield. But you gotta get something, anything to help you. Even a dagger might be better than nothing. Oh, great. Oh, great. Roswaal seems very interested in the fact that Puck isn't here. But he raised his eyebrows and narrowed his eyes, which could be questioning, but it seems intimidating. Well, you learn something new every day. I was looking up where the hell was it? I just lost it. Damn it. Oh, here it is. I was looking up Mofu Mofu. Kind of assuming Mofu Mofu for enthusiast. But you can kind of get what that means, the gist of it. But I looked it up and you know, like how there's Doki Doki and Bidi Bidi and all the mini Japanese, I don't know if he is, but Mofu Mofu is for fluffy things. So basically a furry. But specifically fluffy furry enthusiast, essentially. But interesting. You learn something new every day. Wait, what? Puck likes mayonnaise? Also the way he says that. Mayonnaise! It was scary. Okay, so was Puck mad when you offered him mayonnaise? I'm not sure. Either way. So, Amelia, for some reason, the responses from the spirits have become dull, and she felt a strange gaze on her outside. So that was what that was all about last chapter when they were walking, and Subaru had to like hold her hand and calm her down a bit. There was a gaze on her, as well as her response from the spirits have become a bit dull. This whole graveyard place seems a bit... I don't know. It's clearly not evil, per se. We're not in a bad spot in terms of we're in danger right now. But, there's definitely some strange things looming. So, yeah. Probably the spirits that she can call upon harbor nothing but unpleasant feelings towards her because, well, she's half-elf. And she looks exactly like Satella and everything. But, so it's understandable. It's understandable. Oh, shit, now Garfield's here. Alright, we got a band of weird people now. We got Roswaal, Garfield, Subaru, Amelia, and Ram all in the same room. Oh boy, oh boy. Who's Granny? Who's Granny? I'm not sure who Garfield is calling Granny. I mean, he talked about Granny before, but he's acting like this is Granny's house. I guess, aren't we at the cathedral? Or no, wait, are all the people at the cathedral? I think all the people that are at the cathedral, and I guess we're at Garfield's Granny's house. That's strange, but, sure. Oh yeah, where is Otto? Is he dead? What happened to him? You kind of took him somewhere. You haven't told him yet. If it were just you getting crumpled out, I always go to the fucking southern accent. You were just getting crumpled out, brush. I can't do his accent. I can't do it. Yeah, since she's come here, it's a whole different manner. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, please somebody say something concretely. Anybody, please, just say something concretely. That's all I ask for. But now that Amelia's come here, it's gotten even worse, apparently. Whatever is the bad thing has gotten even badder. But I don't know what even the mild bad thing is. Okay, I actually am interested in this. So, Ram this whole time has just been making Garfield tea out of just random leaves she's found on the ground outside. Which is hilarious. But now she's actually going to let him... Well, maybe. We don't really know. No, it did say Ram handed the other cup. Okay, so he's going to try actual good tea. After just basically saying, tea's the same as water, right? But now I'm interested to see if he's going to... or how he'll enjoy it with his... type of demeanor and attitude, or if he's just gonna be like, yep, same as water. Alright, let's see. Oh, come on, that's the end of the part? Seriously? Really? What do you mean to see your messages? Anyway, whatever. To the next part. How's he gonna enjoy that? Oh, we got an image of the tea, too. Nice. Is this entire chapter gonna be about tea? Or this entire, section of the chapter, rather? Oh god. Now Ram is already suggesting ripping his dick off if he doesn't, or either his dick or his... She says it, not them, so I'm assuming his dick, not his balls. Not that it matters. But anyway, I really want to see how Garfield's gonna enjoy this tea. Or if he will at all, he's just gonna gulp it down. No, he actually felt danger from that coming from Ram. If it's about your dick, even the strongest man in the world will fear it. No, he seemed to not actually. I was expecting to get a little bit more than that, but just ringing at his bitterness. As the spirits floating around Amelia for reasons Subaru could not understand, Garfield stared at her with eyes of frozen emotion. Does it have to do with specifically her spirits, or just spirits in general that Garfield is... Oh, Jesus. There goes the ball. But, which is it? Okay, so this is a lot more serious than I thought. Hey there, pupper. Come here. Come here. Alright, fine. Fuck you. But yeah, this is apparently necessary in order for you to sit upon the throne. And, again, we have no idea what that means exactly, but it's of very serious importance. So to them, to the Mathers family, this plot, this sanctuary is just a piece of land. It's just a plot of land. But for Amelia Sama's future, it is of profound significance. So he was going to eventually invite us here, but not right now. Okay, in this place you would find it, her support. In this place we're gonna find her support? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? I feel like everyone here is opposed to her. Also, it's fucking freezing. I gotta close my door now. Damn dog opened it up and then immediately left. But I feel like everyone is against her here. No one is with us. They're calling us the half-witch and everything. I mean, that could just be Garfield. We've seen no one else other than Garfield here. Also, I'm very worried about Otto. I understand they're kind of keeping him out of this just because, for multiple reasons. One, because he doesn't need to know all this kind of stuff. Probably for plot reasons, and probably also just because, like, why would he? But also, we can't have him meeting Roswaal yet. That's got to be a big moment as well. Oh boy, there's a sanctuary within the sanctuary? What the hell does that mean? But to the tomb where Echidna is or was defeated. I don't think it's an actual tomb, but maybe another seal or something? But it's not that heavily guarded so far. Okay, so Jesus Christ. Just more postponing. But everything else can be explained later. After the sun has set, but specifically before the sun has set, we need to go see the tomb. Okay. It won't be so simple once that happens. Alright. Okay. So Subaru is asking Roswaal, Rim, have you heard that name before? Interesting. Oh my. But I highly doubt. Wait, why is Ram on the image here? Garfield's the one guiding us. I don't think she's coming with us, but what do you mean the first to react was Ram? When the name entered her ears, Ram angled her head. Oh, okay, yeah. Had angled her. I guess so, but like, it's a name very similar to yours. I'm surprised she's not like, that sounds like my name. But anyway, I don't know if he's lying or not. This is fucking stupid. But I mean, you know nothing, so I'm not trusting that at all. But I don't know if he's lying or not. I'll believe him for now. I don't think Roswaal is a great spirit or anything like that. The great spirits certainly seem to know when this shit is going on. Their memories are not erased. But I don't think Roswaal is one of them. I think he's actually telling the truth that he doesn't know. I'm glad that somebody did say, like, oh, it sounds like, what do you say? It sounds like similar to Rams, but only if it was mispronounced a bit. Glad somebody said that. Actually, why do people, why is it that he's the only one that remembers for other people? Okay, how do I phrase that? What are other people thinking when Subaru's the only one that can remember? Right? What do they think is up with Subaru that he remembers, yet no one else in the entire world does? No one has really brought that up yet. But that's an important thing to bring up. If no one else knows, except for that one guy, why is that the case? They probably might have brought it up, like, off screen or something. Or just, then he could have just said, like, I don't know. Like, yeah, why, you know, it could just be, who knows why I'm the only one. Maybe her feelings were strongest for me, so that's why I hold the memory. I don't know. But, interesting. It's interesting that no one's really mentioned it, in importance yet. It's still, God, I really really love this so much. It is always gonna come off a bit weird just because I can't do that. Like as much as I think it's I'm talking about the whole. I should probably explain what I'm talking about first, before just I love it. But where is the line here? The whole thing with Amelia talking about and Super talking about once Rem wakes up that his love will not be wholeheartedly directed at Amelia anymore, but she's like, yes, but my share and Ram's share will be the same amount, and it's a really I have a feel I try and avoid talking about this, but I have a feeling that maybe a lot of people hate this, especially if there are people who are they are definitely on the Rim boat or on the Amelia boat. I'm on the Amelia boat, but I still like this aspect of the series a lot. The fact that they are working towards a polygamous relationship, because I've talked about it plenty of times, but it's never discussed in any other series, and it is a very rare thing. And I'm not sure if I believe that it's possible or not. I'm sure that maybe on some instances it could be. But my personality type could not possibly be for that kind of thing, and I couldn't do it. So I don't know where I was going with that, but I don't know, I just really appreciate that they do that. Again, 10 is the only series I've ever seen be able to do that, and it was a just minor thing. It was not anything it brought it up once and never really had any importance because it's not important to the story at all. But I wish more series actually tackled that because it's an interesting thing. Especially certain harem series could definitely tackle that, but I feel like if they tried to tackle that, they would handle it horribly. ReZero doesn't handle it amazingly, but it at least brings it up. I feel like 10 is the best one that has brought it up simply because of works very very well into the characters' personalities. And with them all being extremely poor and in this community that shares everything, and they don't really understand boundaries or anything, so it all just feels very natural. It doesn't really feel weird for them or for the reader. But with this, it's just kind of I don't know. But it is a fantasy world, so that might make it a little bit more acceptable. But or a little bit more understanding for Amelia to immediately grasp onto it and be like, yeah, I'm fine with it. It's cool. It's all kosher, baby. But I do want to always bring that up because I do like that they wholeheartedly go. And this is the first time where Amelia has said outright she understands this thing. It hasn't just offhandedly been oh, but didn't you bring up that whole Rim thing before? She's now actually stating that she understands what he meant and everything, fully understanding his intentions. But let's just at least hope they don't go more than 2. I'm fine with it being Amelia and Rim. I don't think there's another character in the series that could possibly reach that level. Krush is bae, man. Krush is the best, but I don't want her in this group here. Again, I don't know how Ram's gonna feel meeting Rim. I cannot imagine. Ram's not a very emotional character, so seeing this lifeless girl who looks exactly like her, except with different colored hair and a reverse part, I don't know, man. I'm excited to see how she's gonna act. But we are on the last part, and I'm not sure how much longer this is gonna last. I'm not sure if we'll get to it this chapter. Oh, come on. Come on. Amelia's the only one that's allowed to enter the tomb. I kind of understand, but as a reader, we kind of want to know what the hell is in the fucking tomb. Sure. But, okay, she's not saying this to where Roswaal can even hear her. So, if you do not wish to be ensnared by the deranged will of a witch, do not under any circumstances into the tomb. Huh. You do not want to be ensnared by the deranged will of a witch. But, we have, our whole... what do you call Subaru? I mean, he has his, you know, I guess of all the other ones have their like authority of sloth and authority of greed and gluttony and all that. Does he have his authority of pride, which is returned by death, and that him being an authority allows him to know rim and all? Like basically, him being an authority. One second. Throat is very parched. Him being an authority, that gives him a lot of special perks in this world, in terms of again, things like the rim thing. Well, I guess the return by death is just his ability, but I feel like there was another one that I was thinking of too. Oh, the whole witch's scent thing. There's many things. So is this going to be something that might not affect him? Is he going to do it anyway and it won't affect him because of that whole authority-ness to him? Or his whole just strange thing? It's also interesting. I should mention at this point, I did go back and looked at a whole bunch of stuff that was cut from the anime. Again, I really wish that the first arcs were fucking translated in the web novel so I could read them. At some point, I got to go back and read the whole manga because apparently that is somewhat pretty faithful. But it also does cut some things, I think. I'm not sure if it's 100% faithful or not. Though that's also kind of why I don't want to go back and read it, knowing that it's 100% faithful. Because I would rather... I like any adaptation to be not 100% faithful. I like it to take its own liberties and do different things. Because otherwise it's just boring to reread, and that's why I don't want to reread the manga. But at the same time, I'm glad it's 100%. It's one of the only times where I'm glad it's 100% faithful, because I need to go back and see literally everything that was cut at some point. But I did go back and see the major things, like the fact that Al is from Earth, which I have thought for the longest time. I just always assumed, yeah, Al's definitely probably from Earth. Just from the whole way he acts and from that. They also talked about the whole Great Waterfall thing. And then there was the whole thing with Al that was him talking about Ram being dead. Extremely weird conversation. And I don't really have a theory on it yet. But I have zero clue what that was all about. But I don't know. It could be something like he was in the... Because he's been here for how many years? Like 18 years or something, I think? Or at least over 18 years. I'm not sure if we know how long he's exactly been here, but he said he hasn't been searching for the reason he's been like taken here for over 18 years, or for at least 18 years, or something like that. But there are many things surrounding Al. He's one of... I've always loved him, even before I knew that he was from Earth, just because he was such an interesting character. We knew nothing about him, even knowing now a bunch of stuff about him. We don't know much about him. But that is to say that one, his name is Aldebaran, or whatever, something like that. Aldebaran, something like that. A very fantasy-like name. And he told Priscilla, is that her name? Priscilla, I think. Anyway, not to call him by that name. And most of the time he's called Al. But, which leads me to believe that he's probably, I don't know, he speaks in a very Japanese-y type way, like in terms of all his what is the word I'm trying to think of? Just his speech patterns in general. I can't really think of the word. Slang. Like he speaks in a lot of Japanese slang, especially saying stuff like Nichan and stuff. But Al is at the very least from Earth, and him being named Al makes me think that he might not be from Japan. But Aldebarian, I assume, is some name that he gave, similar to how Natsuki Subaru is a strange name in this world, and people have commented on that before. Aldebarian is not very strange of a name in this world. It probably fits very well, so that's probably why he went with that. But at the same time, he's telling Priscilla not to call him that. And so I'm not sure what's up with that. There's also the fact that he's been here a long-ass time, and I would love for a spin-off of him, and there's so many goddamn side stories to ReZero that I will get to when we're caught up to where the fucking, web novel is currently. Because I don't know when all those side stories came out, and I don't want to read them. Even if people tell me that they're safe, I don't trust you. I will read them whenever Translation Chicken catches up to Arc 6. So it's going to be years from now. But I would like to see a side story of Al at some point. Um, but what I was talking about originally, before I rambled for forever, is as far as we know, he does not seem to have an authority like Subaru does. Um, so, because my theory was always, I've probably talked about this before, but that all the Sin Archbishops are people that have been transported into this world, possibly, or at least their authorities drive them crazy, like drive them insane. Because as we also see with Subaru, anytime he does return by death, we see the witch calling him, saying "I love you," and trying to lure him to her, but he chooses not to, and that's how he returns by death. Is him choosing not to. It's a part of his ability, and I assume maybe yeah, I don't know if the others are like that, because I can't imagine like let's for say the unforeseen hands thing. If he sees not only instead of he sees maybe like Satella's hands coming for him, and he can turn those into hands that he uses. But I'm not sure why he would do that, because he loves her. And as we saw when Subaru dragged him into Return by Death, he was, there was a whole thing there. So I'm not sure about that exactly. But the authorities are definitely something to do with her. And I don't know, Al seems to not have one, but at the same time, we can assume that Al's got the muscles he has from this role. I doubt he was that powerful ahead of time. I also did get to see an image of him without the helmet on from the back. I'm not sure we're ever going to see his face, for now anyway. But when we do see his face, they mentioned something about it. Like, if he, right, he lost an arm. We do know that. Something's fucked up with his lip. Seems to be from birth. But it could also just be from Priscilla. Priscilla did say something to the effect of, like, don't make me cut you down again. So she could have been the one that took off his arm. I have no idea why he's gone. I'm talking a lot about Al, but I was just reading all that stuff, so I'm, want to get the thoughts off my chest. But yeah, there's something definitely going on there, and I can't wait to look to a whole Priscilla arc. We got our Krush arc out of the way, and even then, we didn't really see much of Krush. But then again, she doesn't really have much going on besides Wilhelm and Ferris. I don't think she really has anybody else that's like super important in her whole kingdom. She seems to have like the two right-hand people to her, or like the two, people side by side with her, and then everyone else is just kind of like underlings that aren't really that important. They're kind of just like the army people. As opposed to someone like Anastasia, who seems to have a shitload of important characters. Like, as far as we have all the like Mimi and Hataru and Tivy, I think. And there's Julius, and there's the wolf guy. Like is it Ricardo? I want to say it's some like Mexican name like that. But yeah, I can't wait to get to Priscilla at some point. Anyway, all that aside, what I was trying to say was, I don't know. I guess I just ended up talking about authorities and Al and all that. But was I making a point with Ram? I feel like I had something, but I lost it. I don't know. Like, if he had something to do with the witch's cult because he had an authority, maybe, or if just like because he might have been one of the ones when he tried to, like, the witch's cult tried to kill them, and he just thought that they were dead. But he was always also really pissed off by the fact that she isn't dead. So I feel like Al probably does have an authority, now that I think about it, similar to Subaru's, but not exactly with Return by Death. I'm not sure how it works, but it definitely has to do with he knows Ram, but not Rim. I don't know if it could have something to do with before they were born, like in a parallel upon parallel world. I don't know. It could be so much shit, but that's enough Al talk. That's enough Al ramblings. Oh, well, shit, we're already at the tomb. Okay. Did we go in the tomb? She was just like, she repeated it once again. They're inside the tomb. It's frigidly clear. Okay. Yep, and greeted Subaru. He's inside the tomb. That was fast. Well, hold on. Did he go in this tomb without Amelia? Ram said, make sure Amelia's the only one to go in that tomb. And Subaru's like, sure, alright, I got it. Make sure Amelia is the only one that doesn't go in the tomb. Got it. But okay, is this Echidna? Who else could it be? But she's supposed to be dead. But who else could this possibly be? I see. So that is your core. Very interesting indeed. Oh, I forgot to mention also that Puck mentioned Echidna at one point. But that's pretty much it. Just mentioning her name. Didn't really say anything, like, at length. Oh, okay. The falling of the curtains, and then the darkness, like, just in an instant became as bright as day. Narrow stone corridor transformed to be wider than the ends of the world. The earth piled beneath his soul snuffed out the sound of his steps, and the air of filth which above anything brought nausea to his chest sprawled throughout. Someone selling perch, that is. Apologies for such a ludicrous welcome. Oops, I almost dropped my balls. I didn't intend it to be like this, but no matter what, this body is the thing of greed after all. So yeah, this is definitely Echidna. Desire to know is impossible to escape. Pure white, like a field of the first virgin snow, was the white impression of that girl. Long hair dripping over black shone like the reflection of snow in a daydream of pristine white, and the few patches of skin that were showing were just as translucent and beautiful. A radiance of wisdom lightened up her eyes. She wore on her body a simple ink black dress. Okay, a black dress upon like a scene of incredible white, like translucentness. Yeah, the polar extremes of her beauty. I guess that's a good way to put it. Overwhelming horror has encapsulated his body right now. How is she like corporeal right now? This could all just be some. Well, this is not actually happening, right? Because the world opened up like greater than the ends of the world and all that, so it's not actually happening. But Subaru, who had been frightened into silence, the girl held a hand over her chest and signed for him to calm down. My name is Echidna. Echidna, the one called the Witch of Greed. So now we're going with Echidna? That's weird. Echidna's okay. Here's an image of her. Very beautiful indeed. Looking a lot like Amelia. Different, but a lot like not as like strikingly similar as I assume Satella is, but nonetheless looking very, very similar. And what is that? Like a unicorn with wings and everything? Interesting. I like this dress. But Echidna. Interesting. That's an interesting name. But okay. Next is the incarnation of the thirst for knowledge, being greed. Alright. I gotta look at this whole image. Hold on. I'm assuming that probably was not the entire image. Looks like it was cut off a bit. Oh, come on, they just linked to his page? Well, oh my god, he's got 280 more. Well, that's going to be impossible. That's going to be impossible to look for. And I'm afraid I'm going to get spoiled in other characters, so ain't going to look up that. But anyway, yeah, so we got introduced to Echidna, the Witch of Greed. And that's all going to be next chapter. But I'm not going to be getting to that tonight. But soon. Only got to read one chapter, but we did ramble for a long time about Al there. I'm not really sure what else I have to say. I do like the relationship between Ram and Garfield. I doubt it'll ever happen. I mean that's got to be like an end gamey type thing, but at the same time, I don't know, man. I don't know if Ram is ever gonna be able to like him. And of course, Subaru just hard cutting to make sure only Amelia goes in that tomb. Hard cutting to so the air in the tomb. that was great. But I still don't know why he went by himself and not with Amelia or anything. Maybe next chapter we'll get a little bit of a like flashback to see him going in there and the conversation before going into the tomb and stuff. But who knows, man? Who knows even? I guess that's it. That's pretty much all I have to say. I will see you guys for the next one. Get the fuck out of here. What is up, everybody? We are reading some more ReZero, Arc 4, Chapter 10, The Incarnation for the Thirst of the Thirst for Knowledge. The Incarnation of the Thirst for Knowledge. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Is this a screenshot from the anime? I don't know. It doesn't look like fan art, but it doesn't look like a screenshot that I remember either. Unless it was from like an opening or something. But I would not remember that. Anyway, let's just get right into it. Okay, so we're going back in time a little bit, seeing them actually go into the tomb. Makes a little bit more sense. I'm glad we are. Okay, so still don't know why Subaru went in instead, but because the sun is still up, we don't have to go through any of the trials, whatever that is. Trials is the same word used by pedal use in Arc 3. Tries it as ordeals. I don't even remember the ordeals. Somebody could remind me what that exact line was, because I don't remember when he was talking about ordeals or trials at all, or either one. God damn it, Garfield. Oh yeah, so about those trials, I don't know any details. Motherfucker. So, the trials, whoever can't clear them won't be released from the impasse of the trial grounds. So, it's not something only Amelia can do. Anybody can do it. I'm not sure just why they're making Amelia go down there to do it in the first place. Like, why her? But only that one person can leave then, right? Yeah, because those who can't clear the trials. So anybody that doesn't do it still can't leave, I assume. Okay, so that makes a little bit more sense. Those who are qualified may enter the tomb, but if a person without qualification enters the tomb, they have to clear the trials, and if they don't, they can't get out of the sanctuary. I see. That makes a little bit more sense when you put it that way. So yeah, so Amelia has the qualification, that's why she's going in the tomb, whereas we don't, because we'd have to do the trials, which is not until after sundown, apparently. And I don't know what happened, like, it doesn't seem like anything majorly bad happens if you don't pass the trial. It's just that you can't get out of Sanctuary. But I guess you could just go down and try again, right? Okay, so Regal's an actual animal, like Ricardo almost, if that is his name. But he can transform, maybe. Or an illusion of his small body getting larger? No. Okay, yeah, so he's like transforming into an animal-like thing. I also got a whole lot of those blood left to me. Atavism is my specialty. Huh, what the hell? Okay, this super actually really wants to pet him right now. So yeah, this whole village is demi-human people who can pass in and out perfectly fine. But I guess they pass out every time? I don't know. Garfield seemed to not pass out. I guess just the half-elves pass out, but everyone else can go in and out freely. I don't know, is it going to be that simple? It's just other people here are half-human, so they might relate to Amelia? I don't think it's going to be like that. I think it's going to be bad. I'm not sure why, but I think the half-elf, even here, stands out as being not something they want to associate with. Super's trying to get Garfield to rush in there. But I love that Garfield's response is like, well, I actually kind of do want to do... Like, he's immediately like, isn't that the part where I'd say I'll go and show off and run in there? I like that he acknowledges his stupidity himself. But I wonder... I don't think... Well, obviously he's not going to do it because we've already seen Subaru go in there, so... Oh, shit. Okay, he's got a Garfield's got a contract, too. He's not going to explain what his contract is. I'd like to know, but we're not going to get to know yet. As classic ReZero fashion, we can't know yet. We'll learn later. Yes, we're going to have to go ourselves now. I actually would have loved to see Garfield just like rush in there because he's so happy to be like, alright, I'll do it. I'll prove how strong I am. But I do want to know whatever the hell his contract is. But anyway. There's only one choice remaining. If Subaru can, or if Amelia can't go and Garfield can't go, there's only one choice remaining. Gotta go look for Otto. It's fine. Even if the sun goes down, we'll still let Otto do it. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Alright, so Subaru's finally said he's gonna go in. Just the tip. He's just gonna go in. Just the tip, baby. Just the tip. Gotta figure it out. Alright, let's go. Let's go inside. Okay, so what happened to Roswaal is because he went in there without a qualification. If that's what Garfield is saying. See, Garfield's a perfect healer. We don't need Rim or Amelia or anybody. We got Garfield. Just spit on the wounds. You'll be fine. Just roll around a bit. You'll be aight. It's an interesting way to put it. If you were given an infinite number of chances to keep trying, no matter how many times it takes, you'd probably keep trying. Because that's basically what the series is. He has an infinite number of times he can keep trying, and he keeps doing it. Yeah, that's why we all love him. He's willing to go through anything over and over and over again. Oh, and he's actually making a promise now. A promise that he's gonna have to keep. You cannot break another promise like this, man. Oh yeah, she has no idea what a pinky promise is, of course. I'm surprised that's even a thing in Japan. But anyway. This is so ridiculous. Subaru shot her an original thumbs up. And with his pinky raised. Hang loose, bruh. Hang loose, Amelia. So, okay, Subaru himself is also a Mofu fur enthusiast. That explains why he was so obsessed with Puck and, with Roswaal being a Mofu fur enthusiast, and now also Garfield wanting to pet him and everything. Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. Of course, his one animal companion is not Fluffy. So, okay, he, fell into the abyss or something. Then it was around 10 minutes after waking up at the bottom of the abyss, walking around in the middle of seemingly never-ending darkness at the end of his path, Subaru found himself in front of a lonely girl. So then now we're caught back up, the end of the other chapter. And let's see it. God, she looks amazing. Feeling hopeless and a little hungry. That's the most Subaru line ever. He's trapped in an eternal darkness that he has no idea where he is, can't feel any walls or floor or anything. He comes face to face with a witch, and his line is, and then walking around feeling hopeless and a little hungry. So fitting for him. Also, so her name is Echidna. I got it. This is supposed to be Eki instead of Etchi. And then I was saying Donna last. I think Donna sounds better. Echidna. I think that's what we're gonna go with anyway. Also, thank you guys for settling the whole Beetlejuice, Betelgeuse whole thing. Very informative. Because I had no idea what that was all about, but now I do. And now it makes I had no idea about all the star sign stuff, which is very interesting, because Subaru is also named after stars. I'm glad that Subaru is, starting to pick up on, uh-oh, I might die here. He has a death sense almost. I was just this situation is more dangerous than it seems on the surface. Which is very good, because the best thing I love about Subaru is not that he uses return by death very lightly. He doesn't want to use it. He hates using it. I feel like any other series would use it as a plot device of oh, well, now I can kill myself. Which the series has only done once. The entire run of the entire series, he's only had an, okay, well, I'll just have to kill myself then. And it was a big moment, and he hasn't done it again since. Because it's not something that a normal person would do. They would not go, oh yeah, let me just kill myself real quick and start over. Even knowing you have this ability, you're not going to want to kill yourself still. It's a pretty shitty thing to want to do, and it's going to hurt a lot. Oh boy, so now we're just chatting with Echidna in a little white table with a small chair, just sipping some tea. Such a calming atmosphere, and yet it is terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Such a serene, way to describe. We're on top of this beautiful hill. There's just, green grass everywhere. This small white table, just sipping some tea, and it's one of those terrifying things ever. Interesting. I always like this. So whenever a very villainous character, a very, solemn type person actually laughs at a character and like comments, and I'm like, wow, I'm actually surprised. That actually made me laugh. I haven't laughed like this in years because no one is able to treat me as someone besides this terrifying monster. And it's less that he's treating her not like that, but more that in the face of being as terrified with her as he is, he's still able to joke around because that's just how he is. So I always appreciate when a character like commends them, like, well, that was, you know what, I commend you for not shitting your pants in the face of me. Of course, Super's like, ah, fuck it, I'll drink it. I'll just drink it. Just give me the damn cup. I love the line of repeating it. I'll drink it. I'll just drink it. Like, he's so fed up with it. Fuck it. Nothing makes sense. I'm just gonna drink this poison. Oh, great. We drank her body fluid. Lovely. Just what I wanted. What is this? He had no property of being excited by saliva or sweat. At least he thought. At least he thought. I was like, come on, Super, you don't get excited by saliva or sweat? My man, you gotta step up. You fucking normie. So yeah, as I thought, this is not like reality. This is a dream, something like that anyway. He got sucked into that abyss and now he's in a dream, or something like that. So yeah, we're kind of like inside her head. Not only inside of our dream, but sort of inside of her dream, inside her head, inside of whatever she's created here. We're sucked into her whole witch's thingy. So yeah, we're kind of just trapped in here now. Now we can clearly see why she traps everyone in Sanctuary. It goes a lot into this. Also, I apologize for like the light in the background. There's not really anything I can do about that. Yeah, it's not really anything I can do. Just deal with it. Fuck you. What were we talking about? Yeah, the whole Will the Witch thing where she is not letting anybody go. The same thing where she's keeping Subaru's soul here and won't let him wake up from this dream. Similar to how she's keeping everybody in Sanctuary and won't let them leave unless they are qualified. Okay, shit's getting crazy now. The atmosphere distorted and the ambience of the endless grasslands suddenly began to collapse. The sky cracked, the prairie burned up, and the world beyond the horizon started to decay. Oh boy, where are we going now? Okay, and the table just scattered as if turning into sand. So now all that remains is their chairs. They're just sitting here on their chairs in nothingness. And just gonna have our chat now. What a great stage to have this chat. Just nothing. Oh, well, yeah, this is some answers. Okay. Let's write this shit down. Oh boy. We got a lot to write down now. Okay, so we have the Witch of Gluttony, Daphne, who created beasts differing from God to save the world from hunger. So, that doesn't seem like a bad thing, right? It doesn't seem bad. But, I mean, it created beasts differing from God, which is how I think a lot of the mob beasts, I guess, is what those are. Then the Witch of Lust, Carmilla, who had granted emotion even to those who are not human. Okay, so yeah, so now every creature, even though it's not by God's creation, have emotions to fill the world with love. Is it about the Witch of... I love that we're actually getting the idea of all these people, what they did, why are they the Witch of whatever. The Witch of Wrath, Minerva, it's going to be a name to easily remembered, who punched and healed every person out of grief for the world filled with conflicts. Okay, that one's weird. Punched and healed every person to end a conflict, essentially. It's about the Witch of Sloth, Sekhmet, who drove the dragon away beyond the Great Falls just to bring about peace. Okay. The Witch of Sloth drove the dragon away. Okay. Witch of Pride, Typhoon, who kept on judging the guilty with the innocence and ruthlessness of her youth. That one seems to be separate from everything. Who kept on judging the guilty with the innocence and ruthlessness of her youth. I don't know about the pride one. That one seems weird. It seems different from all the others. But anyway, um, that's a big info dump on all these witches. So what is the Witch of Greed then? What are you about, huh? Okay, yeah. Is it about the Witch of Greed, Echidna, the incarnation for the thirst of knowledge, who remain with her regrets in the world after death to seek any and every wisdom in the world? Okay. Greedy for. I mean, kind of got that from the incarnation of the thirst of knowledge and everything. But she's greedy for knowledge. Hmm. Pointing to herself with a finger, she said, as if with self ridicule, the Witch of Envy, who destroyed all of these witches and made them her food and turned the rest of the world into her enemy. Is it about her? Oh boy. Oh boy. So let's write down what all these witches did real quick. Okay, so we got all that written down. Oh boy, oh boy. Cannot wait for next volume, or next chapter, rather. But this chapter, we got a lot of information on these witches at the very end, but I feel like we're going to get a little bit more information next chapter. Hopefully we get a lot of info next chapter, a big old talk. That would be very much appreciated, but I don't know how much we're going to actually get. I like that we got to see a little bit more of time. We got to spend more time anyway with Garfield, because he's been introduced, but he hasn't had a lot of time to shine, really. Not like he had a time to shine right now, but just having him around is nice. And I guess that's really all I can say. This was a lot of just like talking about how we got to where we were. So I'll see you guys for the next chapter. Get the fuck out of here. Reading some more ReZero chapter or arc 4, chapter 11, Prideful Slothful Wrath. I think this is my favorite name of a chapter of arc 4 so far. Prideful Slothful Wrath. Are we going to be learning about specifically those three witches, or maybe is that going to be something else? Okay, maybe you'll like this idea. Is she going to shapeshift or something into a form that we are more comfortable with, like Amelia or something? Smiling, she whispered something to Subaru as he furrowed his brows to show his non-understanding. Watching as her smile dissolved in the darkness, Subaru gasped, and the moment he blinked... Yeah, now it's some little girl? So, not somebody we know. She's just transformed herself into a little girl, because she knows Subaru's a lolicon, I guess? I don't know. Oh, okay, no. This is the little girl that was the daughter of the Apple stand guy. I don't remember his name, but I'm not even sure if he has a name. But yeah, it's this girl from like the very beginning of the entire series. I don't think this girl was just taken here somewhere. Pretty sure this is still Echidna. Absolutely. Well, the big bad ghost isn't home. Are you a bad man? Jeez, Subaru's getting so philosophical with this "are you a bad man" thing. By their very nature, all humans are creatures who sacrifice other things to live. Therefore, perhaps the moment we are all born to this world, we are sinners. So philosophical. So unlike him. I guess it's not very unlike him. He likes to act like he knows more than he does. Oh boy, okay, that's terrifying. The little girl just suddenly, all at once, says, "Only through pain and suffering can the guilty be redeemed." I assume about that fast. Or something. But in a more of a whisper, apparently. Oh boy. What's going on? This is part of the trials, maybe? Yeah, so she ripped off his arm. Doesn't hurt, so you're not a bad man. Uh, uh, okay. But none of it was there before he noticed it. The pain, but now he feels the pain and everything. Hmm. Yeah, he's in a state where he's not thinking clearly. Just trying to put your severed arm back on is a thing that I feel like most people do in a scenario like this. If you get your arm ripped off, you just are like, go back. Yeah, most people, like, that happens. You know what I mean? In a scenario in which that would happen, I can imagine that being pretty realistic. No sinful misdeed shall escape righteous judgment. Isn't that's not greed, isn't that? That was, pride, I believe? That was judging the guilty and all that. Yeah, judge guilty with innocence and youth. Now he lost his legs. Like they just shattered from the knees below. Interesting. He's not a bad man, but you still think of yourself as a sinner. What is going on? What kind of trials are these? So they weren't bleeding and they aren't bringing him any pain. Because he's acting like it was before. It was probably just shock. Oh, okay, this is pride, huh? What? But this is supposed to be just the graveyard for the witch. Okay. But pride is here, then I guess we'll see sloth and also wrath? Maybe? Okay, pride is here. But I guess where is here? We're not really here anywhere. But still, why did pride specifically take the appearance of the little girl from the apple shop? I'm pretty sure that was what she is. You know, like dark green hair. There was the clip in her hair and everything, which I don't remember exactly what it looked like, but I think they put that clip in her hair. Him and Amelia. I thought so anyway. Maybe not, but either way, now we got a woman coming up. Who's this? It's got to be Sloth, right? What was Sloth's name? Sekhmet. So now she has strange magenta-colored hair. Beautiful. It's interesting that you know, green with envy. Green was pride, but now we're going magenta for Sloth. Beautiful girl with a lazy impression. Her skin and lips are sickly pale. Her downcast, half-closed eyes give off a sleepy, or rather genuinely unenergetic impression. As if breathing was a chore. Huh, interesting. I wonder if the light novel has given any images of these characters or not. Because they're not actual characters, really. So I wonder if there's anything for these characters. Anyway. It's wearing loose black robes. Obvious stains and rips littered across the fabric as if birds had walked all over it. Interesting. Okay, more names that I should probably be writing down, just in case. Because all this shit's going to come out. This series is a master of foreshadowing and stuff. Where did I put my pencil? So, I'm writing down everything that comes up. I feel like we've seen at least one of these names before, but I don't remember. I don't have them written down, so it must have been a while back. But Flugel or Riel or Reed? Nope, not at all. What I thought. Reed. Okay, and they were both what should we do? Meeting more than 3 witches, we'll say, or meeting more than 2 witches. Meeting multiple witches. How about that? You're really relying on the Witch of Sloth to tell you something? Boy, you picked the wrong person to get answers from. She ain't gonna tell you shit. She barely wants to breathe. Okay, actually, that makes a lot of sense with Typhoon's thing being the innocence of, or judging people's guiltiness based on her innocence and youth, now that we know that she is an actual child and everything. So that was not her taking the appearance of that child, that was just her actual appearance, which looks exactly like that child. Not really sure how that works, but okay. And now we're here with Girl, with Wrath, who was what was Wrath again? Minerva punched and healed everyone. Grief for conflict. And replacing her was breasts. Uh, what is he doing? Blocked by large protruding breasts that were obscuring her face. It had a meteor field, so we got a thick ass woman here. Got a real thick woman. And okay, so Wrath actually starts crying because she's so emotion filled with her anger that she starts crying. I think. Yeah, she just hates conflict in general. Just like any conflict, she hates. It's enough to make her cry. So yeah, there we go. She runs up and punches him, but and she just keeps coming back. She's gonna do just a flurry of blows into his body right now. Great. Sandwiched between the wall and her fists. Oh man, this sounds incredibly bad, but we know it's not. I think she's healing him. Okay, so the invisible wall that he was up against seems to have shattered. Yeah. He felt a sense of liberation. He felt something soft. Huh. Right arm. What? Okay. And the legs. Okay, yep. You can do it. Look, I can do a moonwalk now. Which, just to be sure, Subaru jumped up and started doing a moonwalk for good measure. Alright. Yeah, that's kind of scary. I will heal everyone. But you're going around punching everybody. I don't know if that... It's like he didn't seem to be feeling that pain, but was he? Was he feeling the pain of all of her punches? I imagine so, because that would make her a lot more terrifying. If like, yes, she's healing everybody, but she has to put them near death first to be able to even heal them in the first place. Is it worth it? That's the question. But if he was feeling all that, I feel even worse for Super. I thought he was not feeling any of that pain, similar to how Typhoon wasn't. Like didn't make him feel any of the pain for his arm or leg. Or legs. Oh, okay. And just uttering these words took the last bit of his strength. Is he going to pass out now? Anyway, okay. Oh, here's our character art of our images. Okay. That's not kind of what I was imagining for her at all, but I can dig it. I can see that. This is way bizarre. Her tits are not nearly as big enough. And yeah, I guess this is way different from the apple stand girl. And then here's our girl Echidna. Who is this supposed to be? Is that supposed to be like fucking Amelia or something? Like who is that supposed to be? I'm not sure. Oh, is that supposed to be no? Different colored eyes and everything. I was gonna say it's supposed to be Echidna. I have no idea. But anyway. Yeah, Sun Wukong, I hope he goes back to... I haven't watched any of them because I know that he stopped at like chapter 9 or something like that. I haven't seen anybody. He's the one that I've seen go the farthest, up to like chapter 9, I think, or something. But sadly, everyone else I haven't seen get very far into it at all. I wish there was more reviews or reactions to the ReZero web novel chapters because it's great. It's fantastic. One of my favorite series of all time. So I wish some more people would do them, but can't be so lucky. Anyway, on to another full chapter. We'll get to that in a second. Get the fuck out of here. What is up, my sweet little baby boys? ReZero Arc 4, Chapter 12, A Souvenir from the Tea Party. Oh, and we're using this image as well. Okay. Anyway, let's get into it. Yeah, that's a lot of tropes there, man. The new sensation, violent, large-breasted, healing type, lolly tsundere. That's a lot of character tropes there. But it works very well. Of course, Super can understand the sloth witch. Of course he can. Why wouldn't he be able to understand the one that doesn't want to do anything, is extremely lazy, and probably hikikomori as well? So she's the oldest and most rational. Okay. She won't leave anything halfway. Interesting. Apparently, you won't like her when she gets mad. Okay, even if you all teamed up, you'd no match for her. Of course she's been leaving the Witch of Envy out. She's a much, much different witch. She's not in the same realm, not in the same playing field as them. So, okay, Echidna has been the one that's going around gathering up their souls, which is why she's able to switch between them like she is. She's waking them up in a way. Yeah, please go on. Please go on. Yeah, I don't think I would be able to smile at the person that brutally murdered all my friends. Very good point. Witch of Envy is not one to be talked about lightly. That's not true. That rabbits eat their poop and keep going like a perpetual motion machine. I mean, they eat their own poop, maybe, sure, but that wouldn't make them a perpetual motion machine. They would still eventually run out of nutrients. You're shitting out most of the non-nutritional stuff, so you're not going to get much from just eating it again. You wish to hear about the Great Rabbit? Alright, sure, I'd like to hear about it. While he was riding on the back of galloping Patricia down the Lafayette Highway. Nope. You're mobbies that line up shoulder to shoulder with the white whale, right? Okay. The Great Rabbit and the Black Serpent. The white whale, Black Serpent. Why not the like, I don't know, Gray Rabbit or something? Why the Great Rabbit? So they're Daphne's bad legacy. Okay, Daphne being the gluttony witch, the one that created the mob beasts. Gotta say it twice. Thanks to my efforts, it's already been slain. Thanks to my efforts, that is. I did that. I was the one who took down that giant whale, motherfucker. But we're not going to talk about the Black Serpent for some reason. Could that be sort of like a dragon-y type thing? Like a, what's the Japanese dragons called? Wyvern? Is that the one I'm thinking of? Anyway, we're going to talk about the Great Rabbit that apparently has been wreaking havoc all over. So yeah, once again, talking about Reed. The name you didn't know. Were they not passed on to this age? Thought his achievements were quite remarkable. To put it lightly, he was the only one in the world who could cut down 12 fully grown dragons all by himself. Holy shit. This is my understanding of common knowledge, or really... Okay, so yeah. Sounds pretty incredible. Reed, Austria. Okay. Fill that out. So, that's what the Sword Saint once was. So yeah, the person that kicked off the Sword Saints entirely is Reed, Austria. Nice to actually get to know who the first guy was. The current Sword Saint's my bro. Super, you're really not gonna... You're about to get questions here for anything at all. I would like to get questions on literally anything. I don't care if it's the Great Rabbit or not. Let's get answers for anything. But he's not going to let her. Alright, so we're finally getting the answer to what is up with Echidna. How is she here? How is she able to be dead but not dead? And as to why I'm here like this, it's a counterforce. Yeah, against what would be a better question. Huh. The one who bound me to this place was Volcanica. The divine dragon Volcanica. So I did put Volcanian Empire. Which I guess has something to do with that, right? Is it spelled? Well, no, it's spelled with a K. They could have changed it. But, Volcanica. Anyway, I will also write down, well, I do have Dragon, the Protector, so now I can change that to this. So yeah, this is indeed the dragon, Volcanica. So by his power, you're sealed here in this grave. God, Volcanica is something. Dragon, it's, oh boy, I'm so hyped for it whenever we eventually get it. And the reason Volcanica did this, as you correctly inferred, to serve as a counterforce against the Witch of Envy. Okay. So originally Sekhmet was the one that was supposed to be sealed, because as we do know, Sekhmet is the most powerful of them, to the point where even if all 5 of the witches teamed up, they could not take out Sekhmet. So, Volcana originally planned to seal her away and have her be able to be revived at any moment's notice. But, He ended up hating her, so he did it with Echidna, who is probably the second most powerful, I guess, maybe? Possibly? I feel like that would probably be Wrath, though. So yeah, the magic of the Mathers bound me here. If you manage to set foot in here, you must at least know the Mathers. No, the Mathers are very, very still around. He's definitely he's my employer or guardian or pervert. One of the three. Okay. Roswaal. Be strange if I knew him. After all, I'm in existence from 400 years ago. If that was the same person who existed in that same age, this conversation would have taken an odd turn indeed. Does he happen to be someone with long, dark gray hair? His eyes would be yellow. Because of him coming down here and getting attacked, maybe? Okay. So yeah, he's got blue hair, same color as my jeans, kind of. And his eye color's different. Okay, yeah. I don't know though. He could just dye his hair, and he's still got one yellow eye. Could have contacts in the other or something. Oh yeah, I guess that's true. Maybe his name was just inherited. Occasionally we get girls with really manly names this way. Happens a lot in mangas, at least. Would sound like something of a nightmare. So the Roswaal she knew was a person with a bit of an overly obsessive personality. He's the kind of man who would devote his entire life to fulfill a single purpose. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. He devoted even his descendants' time, too. Damn. That's some dedication. He's just trying to get those answers from that test right away. Hey, can I get that cheat sheet teach? Thank ya. But no, it's not gonna be that simple. That's right. Oh man, that is very perfect. Him talking about like, oh yeah, I always used to read the walkthroughs while I played the game. He says, because getting killed and have to do it a second time would be a pain in the ass. Nice. But I do agree that I generally don't play video games very much because I hate dying and having to redo something. Mainly why I will never ever in my life play a game like Dark Souls or Cuphead or anything like that. Games that are very well liked because of how difficult they are absolutely the kind of games that I never want to fucking play. Games that I like playing are, I guess, games that are difficult. There's a few games that I like playing that are difficult. Like Super Meat Boy, I love playing, but it's also you die and you're immediately respawned, and each level only lasts a few seconds. Dying means nothing. Dying is not a penalty in any way. Trials HD, I guess, is similar in the way like I die and I just immediately reset to the end of that world, but it only takes, and I'm just trying to perfect those games. Those games aren't games that I like casually playing. I've been playing them for years, just trying to 100% them. Just occasionally we'll jump into them. But most games I play are roguelikes, because dying, again, means not, I mean, I guess it means something in terms of you losing everything, but then the next playthrough is entirely different, so I don't feel like I'm repeating anything. I can't stand a game where, so I don't play any really story games, because, like, I don't want to have to die and then redo a whole chapter that has talking in it. It's just, ugh, I hate it. It's the fucking worst. Having to redo anything in a game makes me immediately want to stop playing it. That sucks, though, that she knows nothing about the trials. But it's true, if they are built after her death, how would she know about it? All the stuff we're asking her is stuff that has happened before she's died. Because this is just her consciousness living on, essentially. But yeah, he's like, well, if you don't know about the trials, then you're kind of useless to me. I don't need to ask you anything else. You don't want to ask me anything else. The person that knows all the knowledge in the universe. Nah, not really. I love this conversation. I love how straightforward he is and how, like, stupefied Echidna is, where she's just like, are you serious? You don't want to know about all the mysteries in this world that everyone would die to know about? Nah, I'm not really interested in the witches. They're kind of already dead, right? You motherfucker. But it makes sense for him. He's got other more important things right now. Oh boy. What question right? What's our one question we still need to ask her? I knew it. There are still things. Ask anything you want. As long as it's something I can answer, I will answer it. Go ahead. Oh boy, what is it going to be? We got a lot of text before we even get to it. And of course, the one question we ask her, she again can't say anything about it. Yep, just immediately discard it. So, yeah, she just doesn't want to say anything. Great. Great. She's not denying that it's the experimental grounds, that's for sure. Yeah, Puck had said Echidna many, many times, so Puck, let's ask about that, please. And maybe Betelgeuse, not Betel, I just saw the name there. Beatrice was who I was thinking of. Okay, all of a sudden, in the bottom of his stomach, a searing heat asserting its own existence drew the entirety of his consciousness. What in the world? What is she doing? What the fuck? It's finally taking effect. Okay. We actually did get poisoned. What you drank were my body fluids, a part of the fundamentally different existence, a part of a witch. Okay. What? Yeah, speak more clearly. I lent you a hand so the dormant witch genes inside you could assimilate more easily. Huh? So you use every last ounce of strength to repeat that word. Witch genes. There was Betelgeuse, then there was Beatrice. You killed an agent of the Witch of Envy, didn't you? With that agent's death, the witch gene implanted itself inside you. There seems to be something else inside you as well. What will happen? Yeah, just like Puck can't read the mood very well. Just does whatever. She blinked in surprise. With an exaggerated expression, as though she just heard the funniest joke, held her stomach and burst out laughing. Probably the one who'd take him as something of a role model. Interesting. Alright, just to the toll to return from the witch's tea party, what are we gonna pay? You're forbidden to speak of this space to anyone else. How about that? Alright, you seem to already have another contract just like it. We have a contract with the Witch of Envy. There we go. Actual confirmation. So yeah, that's our contract, is unable to have this tea party. We are now under a contract that we are not allowed to speak of it, or else probably the same sort of thing will happen as with Return by Death. Okay, so now he has the qualification to participate in the Trials of the Tomb. Alright, interesting. So now Super will be able to do the trials instead of Amelia. Perfect. Perfect. I look forward to it. But the chapter's not over yet. And there we go. At last, Subaru's consciousness was released from the witch's dream. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm very glad this is a whole chapter release. I wish more of them were whole chapter releases. I don't know why. They just kind of flow much better that way. But either way, this was a pretty crazy chapter. Learned about a lot of stuff. We got the confirmation of the whole contract with the witch. Now we got another contract with Echidna. We can do the trials ourselves now that we have the qualification. Yeah, man, so much has been happening these past two chapters as far as knowledge being gained. Was it this chapter or last chapter where we were talking about Volcania and the dragon and all the witches and finally getting information on all this stuff was just beautiful. It's been something we've been waiting for forever. Man. There's not much more I have to say because this was all taking place sort of in one area. All talking about the same sort of things. But, interesting that we do now have a confirmation that we do have a contract with the witch. A contract that had to have happened either before we came to the world or, like, right when we were dying. The witch made that contract, maybe? I don't know. That seems, like, unlikely as well. Not sure. But now we can go back. I'm not sure how... What is he going to say? Like, what'd you find down there? Nothing. Down there for a few hours, but found nothing. Don't worry about it. I guess you could just say I fell asleep and then like I lost consciousness and woke back up and everything was hunky dory. Drank some body fluids, you know. It's all chill. But alright, I'll see you guys for the next chapter. Get the fuck out of here. What is up, my sweet little baby boys? Reading some more ReZero, Arc 4, Chapter 13, Roswaal's Intentions. Let's get into it. Okay, Amelia finding him after he's waking up, I assume. I'm excited to see Roswaal's intentions. The fact that the chapter is titled that, maybe we'll actually get an answer. So, as soon as he walked in, he passed out, and they could immediately get, like, he wasn't just passed out inside the cave. He passed out, I guess, right inside the cave, and they just drug him out really quickly, and then he was just outside the whole time all that was happening. I see. Well, and of course she started panicking and getting all teary-faced as soon as Subaru passed out. Though, I mean, it's a pretty common occurrence for Subaru, I feel like. Uh-oh, yeah. I'm really worried if he heard I was gonna cry. And then she just immediately looks over at Subaru. No, he heard that, didn't he? What is this? If proper. Oh my god, no, this is. I was trying to feel like, who is this that's talking about, like, you know, even dogs can exercise enough to self-constrain, blah, blah, blah. But then the, you know, even following the instruction of something dogs can do should have been something you could do. This has gotta be Ram. This has gotta be Ram. Yeah. It's not like he had to break her promise. He just flat out was like, as soon as she gave that, like, you know, don't go in the tomb, in his mind, he's immediately like, I'm going in that fucking tomb. Has the qualification been confirmed on Subaru or on, Amelia? The lights on the tomb turned on alright. So yeah, she got the qualification, there's no doubt about that. How is Subaru going to explain to them that he has the qualification now? Because we know that he does. Mana Gate Rampage? That's the reason why Roswaal is a lot more damaged than him. Mana Gate Rampage. Explain? Okay, that makes a lot of sense, yeah. The more gates that you have, who apparently Roswaal has many gates, not just the amount of mana you have, but the amount of gates specifically, the more danger you are, because they have more to mess with. Okay, so the witch's miasma is actually something that drives people insane, legitimately drives them to madness. That passes mana through the trespasser's gate and drives them to madness. Okay. Interesting. Let's keep going. Chapter 13. Roswaal's Intentions Part 2. Right, we're not on a new chapter. We're still going. What are we talking about? Who is this? Who's this girl? Oh, I guess we'll see her in this chapter. So Flugel is also a sage. Okay. Okay. Flugel is also a sage. Was he the original one? And Shawl is the one that's there now? That big tree Flugel. Comparing him would be a little bit harsh. Oh, why do we owe Flugel? Who is Flugel? Wait, was that the tree? Is that what he means by the big tree? Okay, no, that was just a tree that he planted. Okay. Someone's got to remind me who Flugel is as a character then. Oh boy, Nya, that'd be a little problematic. Who is this now? We're getting another Felix, basically. But it's not Felix. Sudden voice from the entrance of the door. That's present. It's that old... Oh, okay, is this his grandma? The old hag over there? An even smaller shadow standing there. Okay, this is the girl. Okay, yeah, the pink, long, drooping hair. Tiny little girl said with a very grown-up attitude. Perfectly formed features. It was a little girl with a cute face. Her age seemed to be around Petra's. Okay, 11 or 12. The lolly granny. We finally got there. The lolly granny. But, does she look like much of a granny? Not at all. Not really. But she is our granny, apparently. Amelia's actually picking up on it. Lolly is Beatrice, so it means little. I see, I see. More specifically, though, Lolly means little children outside of my conquest range. Combining this Lolly together with Granny, we have what looks like a little girl on the outside, but containing a Granny within, completing a miraculous collaboration. Even though I don't really go for lollies in the first place, I do understand the subtleties of Gap Moe. Gap Moe. Gap. I don't really know if that's Gap Moe though. Yeah, that's more what I imagine for Gap Moe. I wouldn't imagine a Granny Lolly to be Gap Moe. Not really sure if that counts. But I certainly understand the Gap Moe. That is the best kind of Moe. Alright, yeah, let's mention some charm points. What are... okay, Luz Meyer. Representative of the Sanctuary. No, come on, you didn't even give us any of your charm points. Great, great. Oh, perfect, perfect. First Golem Hearts, now ReZero. We got Garbo. The human garbage, Garbo. Could not have been a better shortening of his name than the Bo for like a grandmother using it for a grandchild, and Garfield. Garbo. Garbo. So Subo, sure. So yeah, once again, the contract between people of Sanctuary. Alright, let's get it. The detailed contents of the contract in 3 sentences. I like it. Alright, to put it simply, the conditions for the liberation of the inhabitants of the Sanctuary is to pass the trials, but the trials may only be challenged by someone from the outside who possesses the qualifications. Wow, how specific. Yeah, I was gonna say, Subaru, is this a 110-year-old lady really the oldest person we've met? Let's not count Beatrice and Puck and all that then, if we're gonna do that, or the witches at all. That's exactly what it feels like, dude. It feels like everything in this whole arc has been set up so perfectly. It's very unnerving. I still think Roswaal has like planned most of this or something. It's very weird that everything is falling into place so perfectly. Oh, amazing. The only people that can do these trials are people that have the qualifications, but also only people from outside. So it's just Amelia that can do it. This is all very suspicious. No, wait, what? Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, turn too far. It was this one. It was you, Rose. That was so dumb, but so perfect. Yeah, that was an amazing reveal. Could have been none other than you. Who, me? No, sorry, not you. You. Okay, so these are Roswaal's intentions. Let's get into it for real now. I think it's odd that Roswaal got injured in the first place. You must have known that you aren't qualified for the trials and that you went in anyway. Yeah, it's managed by you, and you're acquainted with Garfield. You should have known both. So yeah, why did he go in anyway? Was it to rage against the world for no particular reason? I highly doubt it. Or has he finally reached the limits of holding back his masochistic tendencies? Well, it might be that one, to be fair. Yeah, they're pretty persuasive. I don't think it's either of them. So, this is all connected to the royal selection, you believe? The villagers of Arlon Village, they are gathered in some kind of cathedral right now. Okay, yeah. Confined, I see. Yeah, what kind of confinement is it? Why is it necessary for them to place Roswaal along with the villagers under house arrest? Yes, exactly. It's obvious, ain't it? I'm telling you, this here ain't us grabbing onto a way out of troubled times. We ain't exactly in a good mood when the Lord Sama and his tag-alongs just comes like it's fine to set our problems aside and use this place as they like, you know. I guess. Interesting. Whether intentional or not, this all happened in one chapter, so I have to assume it's intentional. But Luz is referring to her age very differently. It could just be a typo. Could just be a typo there, but I guess so. Able to take them as hostages, making sure that everyone's able to do this. I'd like do the trials and everything to make them free. I can see it from that side. I can understand. Okay, yeah, the reason he got wounded was performance and opening gambit. I think that was what I was assuming. Like, he's doing it for show to make us believe him and go along with the ride a little bit longer. Being placed in a state of confinement, the people of Orlan Village probably couldn't take it well. Must have objected it. So I think you had to show that something was being... Okay, not entirely. You had to show that something was being done. Being a lord would have been great if you could just go nuts and chase Garfield away or something. But the people of the sanctuary are your subject as well. I guess, yeah, it's definitely... He's the hype man. Roswaal just acted as the jobber for Amelia. But he did it very well. I'm very surprised that Subaru was actually able to do all that. But yeah, as Roswaal said, it's only been a few days. What's happened to you? But Subaru has learned the ways of intelligence, and he can't just like scream and make things happen. He's got to actually think and put plans into motion and use logic. Oh boy, we're really ending the chapter here. Almost correct. That wasn't the only reason I entered the tomb. Quietly whispering, it was in a voice that only the peach-colored hair made beside the bed. Okay. Never mind then. She cast down her pained gaze in reaction. Interesting. But yeah, here's the official design for her. Cool. Does not look like a granny in any way, but I like that she has like cuts out of her sleeve. Her hands can't even fully reach her sleeve. They have to come out midway through the sleeve. That is a great design I've never seen done before, ever. Fantastic. But this image is great too. Alright, I guess that's it for this chapter. We got our introduction to the Lolly Granny. That is great. I don't know how I feel about her. I'm not really a fan of these types of characters at all. I understand ReZero has to do it just for the fact that it has to do every trope. I don't even want to say that it lampoons every trope. It just does every trope. It has to do it, but do it really well. But I can't really say how well it's doing it right now. Because while reading it, she comes off like a granny, sure. But, you know, I don't really think her appearance really has anything to do with it. Like, it doesn't add anything to the series at all, her appearance being like this. So far. Like, all the witches being beautiful girls and stuff like that, it makes sense. They're witches. They're supposed to be bewitching, you know. So it makes a lot of sense that they're all very beautiful girls and everything. But I feel like this could have been just fine as an old granny. But either way, if she is immortal, obviously they're going to pick a more youthful appearance. You know, it's that kind of thing. But I always liked the Maba-sama from Soul Eater for being a old grandiose witch that is... I don't believe she was immortal, but she's definitely lived for a long time. But and she was actually an old hag, which I appreciate old hag characters that are actually old hags, like Inyaba or I don't even know her name, but the Great Prophet from One Punch Man. I like all those characters because they're actually old prophet-y type elder granny characters that are grannies. Either way though, she's an okay character. Garfield I'm liking more and more the more time we spend with him. I feel bad for Otto just being missing for all the important shit happening. But, you know, understandably, I guess. And, finally got Roswaal's full intentions. Though we didn't. We still didn't get his full intentions. Not quite. We're almost there. But not quite. So now, Amelia's going to go into the tomb, but not really. Subaru's going to go in the tomb, but we're going to pretend like Amelia's going to go into the tomb for a bit. And then... Subaru will. I'm not sure how he's going to convince them to just let him do it. But we definitely want to see him. So it's got to be him. Like the trials, I mean. And, you know, he has no reason not to do it. If he has the qualification, right? He has no reason really not to. So, see you guys for the next chapter. You can get the fuck out of here. What is up, everybody? My sweet little baby boys and girls. Some weird intro. We're reading some more ReZero, Arc 4, Chapter 14. Questions and answers. Finally getting some questions. I mean, not like finally. We've gotten actually quite a lot of them recently. We've gotten tons and tons and tons of answers and new questions and old questions being answered and questions we didn't have being answered. But now we're getting more questions and answers, which I'm very surprised about. I thought we were going to kind of move straight into the trials, but that is not yet. First, we got to do some questions and answers. And my God, these fucking, like, I thought that his, like, translations would slow down a bit, but, like, I don't know when I'm going to catch up, because he releases about a chapter every, like, 2 or 3 days. It's pretty fucking crazy. Like, just last time we were reading, he was on chapter 51, I believe, right? That's the last one I remember seeing that was, like, the farthest done. So, damn, boy, damn. I mean, as long as I'm reading more a week than he's putting out, we'll catch up eventually. But, it is nice to know that, like, Chicken is not slowed down at all. He is, if anything, gone faster, it seems like. It's crazy. It's crazy how fast he translates all this stuff, because it's a lot of text. It is so much text. Like, I've given him some flack in the past. I still have some problems. But, like, for the most part, Chicken, man, you're doing God's work. Translating all this fucking mess. Oh, boy. Anyway, let's get into it. It's nice seeing Subaru be praised for his achievements for once. Though, as we know, Subaru would much rather Amelia be praised. She is the one that's gonna have the throne, after all. But, for us as readers, it's very nice to see Subaru be acknowledged for anything at all ever. Though, to be fair, he hasn't really deserved acknowledgement up till more recent stuff. Like, Arc 1, sure, he deserves some acknowledgement. Arc 2 and half of Arc 3, definitely not deserving of any praise there. Ram is right, though, and I agree completely. When someone gives you their thanks, or not really their thanks, not really when someone says thanks, but when someone gives their full gratitude, when someone really, expresses how thankful they really are, to say it was no big deal or anything like no worries, you don't have to thank me, is more rude than saying you're welcome or accepting the praise. Because I don't know, it's very rude to say like, no, you don't need to thank me for doing this thing that you are very thankful of me for. It's almost like putting them down, like they couldn't handle it themselves, or like, oh, it's nothing. Like, I don't know, it makes it worse. You just accept the thanks. All right, where he's going to reward us, not like an actual reward, I don't think, but what will the reward be? Do you remember what happened in the Royal Selection Hall? Yeah, that was not quite the best, appearance of Subaru. The best version of himself there, but kind of remember. What are you getting at? Something to help us fight, then? Because of the whole thing with Julius? Yeah, I'm glad Subaru looks back on it with shame and everything. It was a dark time. It was a dark time. Yeah, it's not something to forget, or should forget. Oh, that's powerful. Not something that you could ever forget. No. It's not something we should forget. We need to remember that. How about I make the words you said in that place into a reality? Oh, a knight. Okay, on the dawn when we leave this place, I shall appoint you as a knight. Okay, sweet. People already kind of look at Subaru as Amelia's knight anyway, so this is perfect. That's pretty cool. I would also love to see how Al got the role of knight, but that's for a long, long time down the road. Yeah, I can definitely see why we need the role of knight, or like why we're deserving of it now. Like, we took down one of the Sin Archbishops. We took down the fucking White Whale. Yeah, I'd say that's about enough to give us the role of knight. We helped take down something that's been plaguing the world for centuries. Oh man, that is nice. Knight Natsuki Subaru. Hell yeah. So yeah, now no one will be able to laugh at this word. I don't know though. Like, it is kind of like a retrospective thing going like, well, he did what he said he was gonna do. Like, he talked some shit and he made a fool of himself, but in the end, he kind of proved himself right. It's quite interesting that way. No, yeah, it was not just our own strength, but yeah, they don't quite know that, but still. And I know he's talking about Rim, but it also was not just Rim and him. It was everybody working together. It would not be possible with just the two of them, or just the one of them, or just the three of them, just the four, and just the 10 of them. We needed an army, man. Okay, Roswaal has hardened his resolve to no longer dodge our questions. Thank God. Thank God. Sure, now we can finally answer these questions. All right, let's get it. Everything. Every last question. Get it out there. Leave no one unturned. And I assume this is going to be asking about Ram. What the fuck is with Ram and you? That's what I would like to know. Why is Ram so devoted to him? How did that start? Where and what way and why? Like, why is Ram so devoted to him? But Rim, while somewhat devoted to him, not quite as much. She could be easily more swayed to be on Amelia's side than Roswaal's. As his accomplice, I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, this seems a bit too much. Let me touch it a little is enough. So lewd. Yeah, this is getting real weird. All right. What is the real reason you're hiding all this information from Amelia? Sure. And then he's just silent. He's glaring at us. It is always so fucking weird hearing them say, if you want me to make Amelia Tan the king. I don't understand why they say king, specifically. Why king? What is the point of them saying king instead of queen? I don't get it. I don't know. Yeah, so why are we putting her at so much disadvantage? She almost got killed multiple times because of this. Everything is as you pointed out, and it is because it is exactly as you pointed out that the information I share with Amelia is restricted. Yeah, what the fuck does that mean? Concealing the information and placing Amelia at a disadvantage is somehow necessary? Yeah, I don't see any fucking merit in that, but explain yourself. Maybe I can. We'll see. That too, why come to Sanctuary? Why come here at all? Like, what's the purpose there? It wasn't as if I'm meant to be away from a state for so many days. I don't know. I feel like you would have known that you were confined in here, right? You should know that. This is your family that did all this. Yeah, so not returning was by your own intention. Yep, sure does. Sure does. You said you were going to give us your fucking actual answers, not just, oh, simple excuse. Okay, so to incinerate. Okay, never mind. Never mind. So she's actually saying this as a threat. To incinerate him, a single fingertip would be sufficient. Yep, absolutely. Same for her. She's just being used. And see, why is she so... You know, whether it's cutting me down or casting me aside, it's all the same. No matter what he does, she'll stick by his side. Why? Yeah, you'd be absolutely fucked. Yep, even she was. Your own sister, but you don't know who the hell you're talking about. Ugh. That makes a lot of sense, actually, that now she is, like, way more loyal to Roswaal because Rim does not exist. Because she has forgotten about her existence entirely. She has no other thing tying her down in a different direction. So she is all on loyal to Roswaal. Every last piece of her. That's all she has. Roswaal is fucking right, though. If this is the old Subaru, he would have just gotten mad, thrown a fit, tried to punch him, and it wouldn't have gone anywhere. But no, we're pressing our anger down, and we're pressing forward. We're getting to the bottom of all this. We understand the fertility of trying to attack right now. Okay, so why did you hide this shit from Amelia, and why did you leave the estate? His answer: I behaved as such in order to avoid a confrontation with the witch cult. So now explain that. It's just another question of what the fuck did you mean? Also, okay, I could not remember if this scene was Ram or Rim, but I like 99% sure it was Ram, but I couldn't specifically remember. But okay, so it was Ram. Nice to know. Nice to know. Yeah, he actually gave us a legit answer for once. But even giving us a legit answer, it's just another question, really. Yeah, why can't we just take him out? Okay. Why? Because he could take them out in one hit. That's why he didn't go? If I had done everything, it would not have Amelia Selma's achievement. Nor would it have been your achievement, now would it? I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong, but it also makes him look really bad. No, he's completely and totally serious, but he's not wrong. He is such a asshole. Like, my God, he's willing to do, like, Amelia might die, but if I don't do this, then she's not going to be able to have the acknowledgement of being able to stop this witch's attack and everything, and the white whale and all that. So, I'm willing to risk her dying, as long as I get a possible end benefit. All these people are just fucking using, like, the whole fucking Puck and Roswaal are just using everybody as pawns to help Amelia and to help Subaru, kind of, technically. Just that's more of a side benefit than what their actual plan was in any way. That was just something else that happened. But, like, they're just, like, especially with Rim, where Puck's just like, yeah, I don't care. It was necessary. Get fucked. Like, she does not care, or he does not care at all, and Roswaal, as well, is just, it's not even he's saying this matter-of-factly as, like, yeah, I did it to help Amelia, and, like, he's not trying to justify it, he's rubbing it in, like, yeah, oh, what, you have a fucking problem with it, you stupid bitch, like, that's basically what he's saying with this whole sentence here. It's just like, oh, what, is little baby mad? Like, he's such a fucking cunt. Yeah, it doesn't matter the casualties weren't catastrophic. Even if besides the number wasn't 0, the number was still quite big. It wasn't catastrophic, but it was big. It was a lot of people. And casualties like fucking Rim, casualties like Krush now having her memory being wiped. It's... Jesus fucking Roswaal. What a fucking villain. What a piece of trash. And we cannot fucking express what would have happened if it wasn't for us. Not for Amelia, if it wasn't for us, which is a, sad thing to have to say, but it is true. We know what would have happened to the mansion, to the village, to Amelia, to Ram, to, I guess not Ram, but to fucking all of them. Apparently Roswaal is one of those, well, it didn't happen, so it never could have possibly happened. Like, it's that retarded mindset of because it didn't happen this time means it will never happen. Like, oh, he makes me so mad. Oh, God, I fucking hate Roswaal so much. In one chapter has made me go from, like, I don't trust him to, God, I want this guy to fucking die. Fucking, because you believe in us. Really? I really I highly doubt that. Yeah, don't feel like giving a serious answer. Bullshit. Even if you did believe in us, you shouldn't have. You absolutely should not have. Exactly, dude. Why did you fucking believe in us then? What did we possibly do that made you believe we were capable of this? What in the world? Yeah, when he last left, I was absolutely 100% trash. Absolutely. Yeah, no one else knows but him, so what part of me did you believe in? Exactly, exactly, exactly. Trusted this empty-headed idiot to get everything to work out. You just left your people behind, everything else behind, like it's some kind of game, risking your own position and future as the wager. It seems that's the end of today's conversation. Go fuck yourself. You can't even explain yourself. We asked one fucking question. That's the only goddamn answer we got. We got the question. We got the answer to one question. We're in such a shitty position right now. Like, we have to go by what Roswaal's intentions are. As much as we don't want to, that is what we have to do. We don't really have a choice if we want Amelia to win the selection. God damn it. Why does my fucking phone keep falling off? But, it's a pain. It pains to know that we have to do that. And the fact that he is acting like, oh, I can't believe you don't believe me, when you don't answer our fucking questions outright. You just circle around them, and you give us one answer, and then you bullshit the next one. Or you just won't give a clear answer as to why. What? He saw Roswaal's face twisting into a truly revolting expression. Worthy of being your accomplice. Go fuck yourself. Absolutely go fuck yourself, Roswaal. Without a doubt, I'll be falling into hell. Yeah, I hope you spend the rest of eternity there. God, this guy's... I'm so mad. I'm so mad. But he's such a good villain. He's very well written in making me fucking despise him. Like, man, I don't know who's worse of a fucking person, like, as far as the villain we've had, like, dastardly deeds. On one hand, Betelgeuse has, like, tortured and killed countless people. On the other hand, Roswaal let it all happen, and furthermore, is using us continually, more and more, to continue his dastardly deeds. All for the greater good. It's hard to say who's worse. It's hard to say who's worse, considering everything Betelgeuse did in this series could basically also be said Roswaal did it, because Roswaal allowed it to happen. I don't know, though. Like, this is good because we would be able to thwart Roswaal's plans, but if we did the qualifications, if Subaru did. But, I mean, no, actually, that would still work. You know what? No, that would work now. Because I was going to say, that would not give the praise to Amelia, it would give it to Subaru, but Subaru is now Amelia's knight, so any of his accomplishments are in turn her accomplishments, especially with him being her knight. No one's gonna say, like, oh, well, you can't do shit, it was just your knight. Like, Anastasia didn't do anything in the fight against the white whale. We can assume that Priscilla doesn't do much either. Krush is the one that's the warrior, king, queen, whatever. Amelia doesn't need to be that, and she is powerful in her own right, but that has nothing to do with the qualifications right now. It matters more that she has people under her that are powerful. Now, if Roswaal was able to, like, take out the witch's cult and everything like that, understandably, his whole plan, his intentions, if he did that, then people would be looking up to him, not Amelia, because Amelia is still under him. Just like Felt is kind of under Reinhardt, in a way. Even though Reinhardt is her knight, I assume? He has to be, I have to assume. But he's also her backer. Similar to Roswaal is not her knight, but he is her backer. But Subaru is is under her, but her knight. So any of his accomplishments go up to him. So yeah, like Wilhelm killing the White Whale and everything like that is absolutely Crush's accomplishments as well. They might go like, oh, congratulations, Wilhelm, like you did amazingly, but it is still him working under Crush, so in turn it is also her victory. And so the same thing here. So yeah, if he does it, then we'll be golden. Amelia will still get the praise, not directly as in Amelia, you did amazing, but in terms of Subaru, Knight Subaru, you did amazing, and so in turn now I trust that Amelia has the capability to be our leader. What? Her Ram rearranged the bed sheets that had been ruffled in the earlier argument. As she did this, her fingers felt a hardness across her master's stomach, and she pulled it out of the sheets. Okay, this is okay. Maybe not his dick then. Like, I legitimately believed this could be his dick. This could absolutely be his dick right now. But no, it is not. It's just something. What is it? So this is one of the Gospels. But compared to the incomplete ones held by the witch cult, it's somewhat superior, but is nothing more than a poor imitation and still far from what she desired. Echidna? Alright. Roswaal is really creepy right now. But I'm assuming this is something that Echidna wanted. Because specifically him saying she, wherever that was. Anyway. Interesting. I guess I don't really have anything to say about the last bit, because it's all just very confusing right now. But, man, do I fucking hate Roswaal. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, do I hate Roswaal. Really, really made me hate him. Man, I don't know what to say about this last bit here with the fucking book. Like, I don't know what the hell I could possibly say about it, but it's very interesting, wherever we're going with it. Like, he's clearly obsessed with Echidna in some way, right? I assume that's probably why he came here specifically. And he's trying to do all this, not just to, give her praise, give Amelia praise, but to, maybe release Echidna somehow, some way. He's gonna be pretty pissed if he finds out that Subaru talked to her, though. It's not going to be possible. Either way. Unless this could entirely be saying, you know what? Well, what do these specifically say? No, because compared to the incomplete ones held by the witch cult, it is somewhat superior. Well, okay. Is this been clear? Are greed and gluttony a part of the witch's cult, or do they act on their own? Was it only sloth that had the witch's cult? Are they saying that Roswaal is a sin archbishop in and of himself? Possibly? Specifically, the main reason I'm thinking of that is because of the lovingly and lovingly, slowly and slowly. Like, that's a very, sin archbishop line type thing, where they do that repeated dialogue type thing. What would he be then? We've had greed, we've had gluttony, we've had sloth, we've had pride. So we have, let me just open, it's going to be hard to remember all of them off the top of my head and keep this straight. So we have envy, or no, well, would there be an envy one? I'm not sure about that. But let's assume there would be, okay? Envy, there's lust, there's wrath. So maybe he would be lust, I could definitely see him being lust. I can't really, it could possibly be envy, but I can't really see it, and I definitely don't think it's wrath. There's no way it's wrath. But Roswaal could possibly be the Sin Archbishop of Lust. I wonder. Ha 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 ha. But it's also, it has to be something to do with the fact that he wants to take out the dragon. Does that tie into it in some way? I don't know. I could be looking into it too much with Roswaal being a Sin Archbishop, but with that lovingly and lovingly, slowly and slowly, it is very, very possible. Very possible. So I'll see you guys for the next one. Get the fuck out of here. What is up, my sweet little baby boys? We're reading some more ReZero, Arc 4, Chapter 15, Qualifications and Trials. I just got back from the dentist in between this last one and this one, so my mouth is a little bit numb still. Might look a little bit strange or say something a little bit weird because of that. But also, while I was there, had some time to think about last chapter and that whole where we left off. And one, I think it's absolutely, like, I don't think it can be possibly anything else other than Roswaal has to have some connection to the witches' cult. He most likely isn't a Sin Archbishop. I don't think he is one. I just think he has some connection to them. And I'm going to throw out a harebrained theory that probably most likely not true. But on the off chance that it is, I will throw it out there just for bragging rights. Which is maybe in some way, and I'm not sure how this is going to be possible, but I'm going to throw it out there anyway, that Roswaal got a hold of Subaru's gospel, because Subaru, we all kind of know that he's a Sin Archbishop. It's never been said in the series, but he's got to be. So he's never gotten the gospel. I wonder if somehow Roswaal got a hold of his, and that would explain why Roswaal seems to have put so much faith in him when he was the trash person that he was the last time he saw Roswaal. That would make a lot more sense, and especially would make a lot more sense why he would leave the whole witch's cult. Like, just not specifically why he would trust Subaru so much, but especially why he would trust Subaru so much with the witch's cult. Like, I think that is very, very possible that he knows that. Or he definitely, but if he doesn't, he definitely knows something's up with Subaru. I don't know how, but he knows something is up. Oh boy! We got Otto, baby! We got Otto! So this chapter's gonna have some Otto in it. Oh, hell yeah. I am excited. Otto is definitely he might beat out Amelia as my second favorite character. Like Subaru, Otto, and then Amelia. I don't think it's that weird that they are looking after this tomb and maintaining its walls and trimming all the bushes and stuff like that, because although the witch is someone they hate, someone that's keeping them here and everything like that, if somebody can't enter the tomb, then they'll never be freed. So, like, yeah, of course the tomb is important to them. Like, yes, the tomb is absolutely important to them. Maybe it's the opposite? Tomb is the reason these people here are bound to this land, right? So until someone passes the trial. Yes, okay, so yeah, what I was saying. Can't allow it to get damaged. And yeah, I'm sure if demolishing the tomb would set them free, they would have done it a long, long, long time ago. Especially Garfield. I like that he specifically says Garfield would have done it. Not like they. Specifically Garfield would. Why is Otto here? Actually, this is perfect. Forget Amelia, forget Subaru. Let's just throw Otto in there. I mean, if he dies, then I guess we can go in second. But it's worth a shot, right? I mean, it's Otto. Who cares? Just a meat puppet. Otto is acting like he's going to go into the tomb. Like he's going down there, too. I don't think so, buddy. You will die. I was joking before. You're going to die if you go down there. But maybe Subaru's trying to convince him to, actually. It wouldn't surprise me. Oh, wow. Yeah, Otto's magic is actually pretty damn useful for cat burglars. But, I mean, just in general, he's a coward, and he has a coward magic. But it fits, you know? I say it like it's an insult, but I don't mean it as an insult. I mean it as in, like, it's great for him. But now I know that Otto might be able to get out of a pinch if we need him to. Like, if we need him to go run and get help or something, he'd be perfect for it. Because he can, I'm not sure how he can use wind and water magic to stifle the sound of footprints and everything like that, but sure. I have no qualms about using it to listen in on conversations, though. I wonder if Otto was listening in on our conversation earlier. I doubt it, but I wonder. I wonder. Also, if Subaru goes in the tomb, and then, like he says, he just falls over and doesn't get up, if Otto goes in to retrieve him, the same would happen. I guess we should probably, like, tie a rope around us or something. Exactly, man. That's what I'm saying. How are you going to get him out if he passes out in there? We gotta do something else. This spoiled mentality, expecting answers to everything. Oh, fuck off. That's just because we never get any answers. Okay, good. We do have some rope. That's very nice. Yeah, gently, calmly, lovingly pull me out. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of bad, but we're gonna have to do what we gotta do. Yeah, we're the one who owes him a favor, but you know what, Otto? We'll owe you 2 favors now. How about that? Okay, so far so good. We went in the tomb. We didn't fall down. We're going to be able to do these trials. Well, to be fair, last time we got pulled in because it was night. So even if we didn't have the qualifications, we probably would not fall again. So I guess this means nothing, really. It is an improvement, but it's an improvement that we knew was going to happen. What does that mean? If you're going to faint, please give a signal like, I'm going to faint while you're fainting. It's going to be real hard to do, but probably shout something like, I don't want to faint. He's got pride even while fainting. But yeah, that's nice that they confirming each other's positions, confirming they're still there. Take a 3rd step, then a 4th. Huh? Oh. Huh? Seen spread out at once in front of Subaru's eyes. Rather, in an instant, the shadow is banished from the ruins, and its interiors bared itself for the intruder. Oh, because the lights turned on, I think. Yep, a lamp's lit up, with faint, swerving luminescence lighted the path. So Otto can see this too, I assume, which is why he said, oh. About the width of his outstretched arms. That's a lot smaller than I was expecting, actually. Oh, wow. Height was such that he might bump his head if he jumped. So this is tiny. This is, like, a small tunnel. Oh, never mind. I'm an idiot. It was the other way around. We met the witch because it was daytime, trials during the night. Right. But it's daytime now, so we can't take the trials. So what are we doing? Part 2 plus 3 out of 3. Okay. I guess because he was originally planning to split it in 3 parts, but then ended up just putting 2 of them together. Alright. Interesting image he chose here. Interesting. I really like these pictures, by the way. It sets the mood. Sometimes it's a little bit spoilery. Sometimes like it tells me like, oh, Otto's gonna be in this chapter. But like, the only time it's really bothered me or made a difference was the one with Ram, because like I knew she was there, so I guess it didn't really matter. But like it still was like, oh, okay, I guess this is the chapter we're gonna see Ram in. But still for the most part, just knowing like, oh, okay, this character's gonna be in this section is like nothing, and it actually like sets the mood a bit, I think. Even when they do like the fan art and stuff for the characters that have not been in the anime. Otto, you greedy bastard. The Witch of Greed's tomb. I'm more like Otto's Greed's tomb. Like, he just wants to raid this place for all the treasure he can. Well, Subaru, you better bring out some treasure for him if there is any in here. Yeah, honestly, we just passed out, but if Otto went in here with us, he's not going to die, but it's not going to be good. Like, if he goes in here, he's going to get hurt pretty badly, because he does have a lot more magic than we do, even if it's not much. He has quite a bit more magic. He's like the divine protection of talking to animals, plus the water, and plus the wind, so who's to say? What does that mean? If that's true, then 400 years ago, those going my way witches would have been going ha all over the place, wouldn't they? What does that mean? I mean, yeah, it's a good thing you got transported, like, to now, but I have no idea what that means. He's still saying seeing how Meliaton's trials turn out. Hmm. Okay. I mean, he is saying let's be ready to adapt to the situation, but he's acting like he's gonna let Amelia do it. I don't know, man. You can try, but it seems pretty dangerous. That has always been extremely bizarre to me. The fact that Japan is a country that says they have they're like it says irreligious. They are agnostic to a sense. Um, Yet they believe in like 8 million gods. Like they believe in just like so many gods, but not one god. Just like all these random like fucking like Greek gods, or just like they have a shitload of them. It's bizarre. It doesn't make a lot of sense. It's very weird to see a Japanese person actually talking about that. Like, it's weird, but if anybody to talk about it, it's definitely to pay. No, but who is there? Oh, of course, it's immediately as soon as he starts speaking, I immediately know it's Garfield. Yo ho Roy, yo ho ro Roy, only crows in the morning. Yep, I know exactly what you mean. Like, actually, Subaru just plays along too. What the? Otto, god damn it, I love you so much. Yeah, we're not doing anything weird, nothing weird at all. Totally, not anything. Just a little rehearsal for grave robbing later. There's no knowing what could happen if we're just wandering around with two guys. Yeah. So it is dangerous here? Hmm. Okay, yeah, but the residents of Sanctuary are not all in the same basket, so there are some people here that are not as easygoing as Garfield and Luz. There's definitely some people here who are out to get us. So what's these other guys' plan? For the guys who want to stay holed up in the Sanctuary, you guys being here is a bit of a nuisance. Hmm. I get like why do people? I mean I guess some people are just like they've lived here their whole lives and they can't imagine leaving and they don't want to leave. They don't want anybody else to leave, so they're gonna make sure that no one else can leave. But now we got a problem on our hands. Now we gotta make sure they don't. Well, I mean, if Garfield's like he says, he'll protect us, and of anybody, I feel like we can rely solely on Garfield. He is the strongest man in the world. I like how Otto is now just going along with the tsundere thing. He has no idea what it means, but now he's just like, sure, I mean, I guess I kind of picked up on it from you, so he's just like, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I got a taste of that soon on my forehead yesterday. Man, that is really nice to hear. Like, this line right here is super, for the where was it? Being together with these two for the first time since coming to this parallel world, Subaru felt like he's acquired some bad companions who could actually be with his equals in the true sense of the word. That's nice. And then he ever so slightly smiled. Such a good feeling. Such a good feeling. Not sure much about Garfield. I don't know if he'll stick around with us and stuff. He could, but like, definitely Otto is like his total 100% bro. Alright, Amelia's about to go to the tomb, and we got here with us Garfield, Luz, Ram, and not quite sure why he's here, Otto. But sure, I guess if we add him to the Amelia and Subaru faction, then they would be considered the largest faction here. Very true indeed. Though Amelia's going to be going into the tomb, so we're kind of equal there. Were you saying any of that out loud? He just suddenly started saying it out loud. Okay, here she goes, off into the tomb. Man, I don't think we're going to actually get the trials this part, if only because we're already, like, towards the very end of the chapter. But, I wonder how much we will get. Oh, okay. Oh, so Luz did take part in the trials before, and they're not life-threatening, which is very good. But she did not pass, so it's probably going to be up to Subaru to do it. Let's hope, though, that Amelia does not get too hurt in here. Otto and Ram are having a conversation. I wonder what it's about. Not like we're gonna figure it out, probably, but be interesting to see. I cannot believe of all people Otto got along with, it's fucking Ram. Of all fucking people. Yeah, this is insane. Seeing this change in the same moment, everyone present gasped. Repeatedly blinking, like a conditioned response adjusting to the darkness after losing the only source of light in any case. The lights went out. While the trials are still ongoing, the light should stay on. She seemed confused. Oh boy, oh boy. Nope, we do have the qualification. Fuck you, we're going in. Okay, what happened? With regret pouring out his lips, Subaru ran, and suddenly, as he saw the light reaching at the end of the corridor, he arrived inside a small room. He looked around the little chamber. While it could be called a room, it was more like a grotesque rectangular space. Grotesque? With 4 corners carved out, without any furnishing. There was only a single door adorned by cyan white lamps. And on the floor of the door was a silver-haired girl lying there. First, you must face your past. What was that? That's like this, not what is that called? Like, these are brackets. What is that called? I'm not sure. Something like a bracket, but so this is the tomb speaking. It's not even like one of the witches speaking or anything, like Echidna. Like, it's the tomb speaking. You must face your past. Is that what Amelia is doing right now? And also, if that is the case, is that what Subaru's gonna do? Dude, please. That is all I've wanted. So he collapsed too. And his consciousness was dragged into oblivion. But this isn't what's supposed to happen. Because well, I don't know. Does Luz truly know? Because she failed. So what was the trial for her? Why did the lights go out for Amelia? I don't know if the lights went out for us, but we really have no idea to know. Beginning to wake from his slumber, Subaru sucked in the breath as if sticking his head out of the surface of water. It was that sensation of emerging out of an ocean of sleep, yearning for reality like a body yearning for air. Gumoningu-san. What? Code of Hammurabi? Okay. What does this have to do with anything? Excuse me? Oh, that's what he was screaming. Sure. This is a poet. So this is definitely, we're getting to see his past, right? Right. Tasting the pain of a weight pressing down on him and squeezing all the air out of his gut, Subaru's just woken up body jumped itself out of bed along with all that weight before descending into a viscous bout of coughing. Oi. What's this? It's only the usual diving press of love to... This is definitely his dad, right? The person standing in front of Subaru's half stuck out body turned around his head. Dad! What's that now? You look like you just seen your middle-aged dad fully naked first thing in the morning, you. That man saying this while striking out a pose with Subaru's middle-aged father, half naked in the morning. Natsuki Kenichi, heartily laughing, blessing his son out of his slumber. Oh my god, okay. I have seen this image before, but I also saw it, along with an image of, Subaru in a school uniform with, I think it was, I don't know, I didn't really look at it. I think it was Amelia. Though now thinking about it, could be Echidna, because they're both white-haired. But I just assumed it was hey, here's a cool image of you know what I mean? The school image makes no goddamn sense either. Maybe that'll come up, but I feel like I've seen that before in some of the other volumes, so I might be wrong about that. But like it just seemed like a what if image, and I thought this was like a what if image too, or just like even like a cool like, hey, here's like kind of what his home life is like. Like he just like offhandedly mentioned something like this in a chapter, but no, holy shit! And next chapter is a morning in the Natsuki household. What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, that is... Oh my god, man! He certainly looks like his dad. He certainly looks like his dad. This is so crazy. What in the world? Oh my god, so we're gonna actually see his past now! I said it like so long ago, like I really hope in some way, somehow, we get to see his home life before he, you know, got taken here. That is crazy. That is crazy. I wonder how long this will be. Like, maybe like 1 or 2 chapters. It might just be the 1 chapter, but I would love it if we got like 3 chapters. I don't know. Maybe 2 chapters is like perfect, or just 1 chapter. Depends on how long it is. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Holy shit. So Subaru, I don't know if he knows or not that like I don't know if he's going to be facing his past knowing that he's facing his past, or if it's just they put him back in the past and then when he wakes up he'll be like, oh right, shit, all that other stuff that was real, and then that was a dream, basically, like just reliving it. Or if he's gonna know the whole time while in this past world that this had happened. I also wonder how far back in the past this is. It seems to be just briefly before, like he's the same age at least, it seems to be. So I don't know. And also, I'm very interested in this because it just looks like he has a very happy family life. His parents seem to not really give a shit that he's a NEET. Nothing he's ever said about his life has led me to believe that his parents don't like the fact that he's, or not that they don't like the fact, but like that they're very upset about it, or like, you know, it's a big problem in the family. They probably do care, obviously. He is a NEET, but like it doesn't seem to be a like, you know, get a job or you're fucking getting kicked out of the house type thing. But it's not like a like you know, like fat old man living in his house with his mom still waiting on him, bringing him food up to the room and he won't leave the room. That classic Japanese NEET thingy either. It's not that. It's not bad. And we also, Subaru seems fresh out of school. He doesn't seem, I don't know exactly how old he is, but I assumed he was like 19, maybe 20. I don't think he's any older than 20. Though I would argue that he's probably like less than like 18 or 19. So it's not like he's super pressed to get a job, but so it's not like it's been going on for that long. He could be older than I think, but I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, like his dad is fucking ripped, by the way. God damn. God damn, is his dad ripped. But I mean, this is gonna be cool because we've seen some things like Subaru practicing with swords and broom. He does origami. These various things now will maybe come up in this. And he just talked about his parents in this chapter. Okay, man. Well, I will see you guys for the next chapter. Get the fuck out of here.